Welcome to the Daily Business and Finance Show. Trump proposes a temporary 10% cap on credit card interest rates, Tesla gains as Q3 delivery expectations rise, and Snowflake sinks following a $2 billion convertible note offering. Analysts doubt Intel's acquisition by Qualcomm but see potential Apollo investment. Supermicro's price target is slashed at Loop Capital due to margin issues. Hawaiian Electric plunges 9% amid planned stock offering news, while Amazon-backed Anthropic seeks funding at a $40 billion valuation. Liberty Broadband sends a merger counterproposal to Charter Communications, and Yardeni predicts a higher chance of a stock melt-up after the Fed's aggressive rate cut. Stay tuned after the short ad break to learn more. Former President Donald Trump proposed a temporary cap on credit card interest rates at 10% during a campaign speech. This rate is significantly lower than the current average of 20.78%. However, passing such legislation would require congressional approval. Credit card debt hit $1.14 trillion in Q2 2024, with delinquency rates at 9.1%.
Tesla was a top gainer in the S&P 500 index on Monday morning. Analysts expect Tesla's third-quarter deliveries report, due October 2nd, to meet or exceed the consensus estimate of 461,000 units. Shares rose 4.46% to $248.88 as analysts remain divided on stock ratings ahead of key events.
Snowflake shares dropped nearly 3% in after-hours trading Monday after announcing a $2 billion convertible note offering. The notes, due in 2027 and 2029, will fund stock repurchases and general corporate purposes. Despite a recent gain, Snowflake shares are down 40% this year.
Investment firms believe Intel's acquisition by Qualcomm seems unlikely due to regulatory hurdles, particularly in China. Intel's $50 billion debt and Qualcomm's $13 billion cash reserve further complicate the deal. Instead, Apollo Global Management may invest up to $5 billion in Intel, signaling confidence but raising concerns about shareholder dilution.
Loop Capital has lowered Supermicro Computer's price target from $1,500 to $1,000 while keeping a buy rating. Analyst Ananda Barua mentioned efforts to restore margins and address 10K filing issues. Despite these challenges, Supermicro remains important in the generative artificial intelligence server market.
Hawaiian Electric stock dropped 9.2% after announcing a $500 million public offering of common shares, with an option for underwriters to buy an additional $75 million. Proceeds will fund the Maui wildfire litigation settlement and general corporate purposes. Lawsuits allege the company failed to shut off power lines before last year's deadly wildfires.
Generative AI startup Anthropic, supported by Amazon and other tech giants, is in early discussions to raise funds valuing the company up to $40 billion. Competitor OpenAI aims for $7 billion in funding at a $150 billion valuation. Amazon invested $4 billion into Anthropic, with additional investors including Google and Salesforce.
Liberty Broadband Corporation has countered Charter Communications' merger proposal. Liberty shares surged 20.5% to $71.82, while Charter's remain stable. The all-stock, tax-free deal would see Liberty shareholders receive 0.29 Charter shares per Liberty share, simplifying corporate structure and enhancing liquidity. The transaction aims to close by June 30, 2027.
Market strategist Ed Yardeni predicts the S&P 500 could surpass 6,000 due to the Federal Reserve's 50 basis point rate cut, though he believes such a large reduction was unnecessary. Yardeni raised the odds of a stock market surge to 30% and expects potential gains similar to the mid-1990s dot-com boom. He forecasts the S&P 500 reaching 5,800 by year-end, but warns of possible overheating and inflation risks. The current valuation multiple is high but not irrational. The S&P 500 has risen nearly 20% in 2024. Tracking ETFs include SPY, RSP, SSO, VOO, IVV, and SH. Thanks for tuning in to the Daily Business and Finance Show. Stay informed, stay ahead. Catch you next time with more insights and updates. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. Let's part ways for now until tomorrow arrives. This content is sourced from the Seeking Alpha website, so support our podcast by becoming a Seeking Alpha Premium subscriber. See the show notes page for links to sign up. This episode is produced by Classic Studios. This podcast provides information only and should not be construed as financial or business advice. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.